third grade, it's Miss Frannis, and we're back with another genre, and our genre today is science fiction. And our book today is June 29th, 1999. And what is science fiction? You might be asking yourself. If you can't remember it is a book, of course it's fiction, based on some future scientific or some type of technology, usually set about in space or about aliens, portraying time travel or something like that. So we will see what our book, June 29th, 1999, has to do with that. It is written and illustrated by David Weisner, and I love that when the author actually illustrates too. He's super talented. Pay close attention to the illustrations. They tell the story just as much as the words do. So please make sure you do pay attention to those illustrations. Some of them are quite humorous. I don't normally show you the very beginning of the book, but it's very important that I do. So you're going to look very closely. You're going to see like all of these plants that are floating up into the sky. And there is a reason for this. Title page with the title, author, illustrator, where it was published. June 29th, 1999, written and illustrated by David Weisner. The place, Hocus, New Jersey. The year, 1999. On May 11th, after months of careful research and planning, Holly Evans launched vegetable seedlings into the sky. On May 18th, the young scientist reports on her experiments. Holly intends to study the effects of extraterrestrial conditions on vegetable growth and development. She expects the seedlings to stay aloft for several weeks before returning to Earth. Her classmates are speechless. The date is June 29th. Shortly after sunrise, a member of Billings, Montana's Moose Lodge, hiking through the Rocky Mountains, made a startling discovery. Robert Burnaby is in a daze after we return to camp. All I can say for the next several hours is turnips, turnips, turnips. Country, the skies fill with vegetables. Cucumbers circle Kalamazoo, lima beans loom over Levittown, artichokes advance on Anchorage, and parsnips pass by Providence. And broccoli lands with a big bounce in Holly Evans' backyard. In Ottumwa, Iowa, Tony Kramer emerges from the barn and shouts for joy. At last, the blue ribbon at the state fair is mine! By mid-afternoon, all the vegetables float safely to the ground. Except for the peppers. For some reason, they needed a little help. TV news channels broadcasted 24-hour coverage of the airborne vegetable event. Cauliflower carpets California, spinach blankets Greenwich, and arugula covers Ashlaba. Holly is puzzled. Arugula is not part of her experiment. Vegetables become very big business. Peas from Peoria are shipped down the Mississippi to Mobile in exchange for eggplants. Real estate booms in North Carolina. Avocados bolster Vermont's economy. Potato land is wisely abandoned. The Big Apple is renamed the Big Rutabaga. Arugula, eggplant, avocado, and now rutabaga? As the list of vegetables that Holly did not plant grows longer, she concludes that the giant specimens are not the result of her experiment. More curious and disappointed, Holly asks herself, what happened to my vegetables? And whose broccoli is in my backyard? The place is the ionosphere. On June 29th, the Australian structure, Aurora Borealis, was touring its sixth planet in 4 days, and the captain had just pointed out the fjords of Norway off the port side. In the galley, an assistant fry cook accidentally jettisoned the entire food supply. As their vegetables drifted towards the small blue planet below, everyone on board had the same thought. Where would their supper come from? Look familiar? Holly Evans did them a favor. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our science fiction story. Of course, it had aliens in it, and so that means it would be part of science fiction plus space travel and all of that. So today for your activity, you're going to become writers with your own science fiction story. And you're going to write the ending to the story. And of course, if you don't have enough room, you can always turn to the back and finish it. But this is how the story goes. Judy found an ad in the book for dinosaur seeds. She knew that dinosaurs were extinct. She also knew that dinosaurs did not grow from seeds. She thought the ad was interesting. So she put her name and address on the order form. She put the order form and some money into an envelope and mailed it away. 3 weeks later, the seeds arrived. Just add water, it said on the package. Judy put the seeds in a dish and added some water. Now, I would like you to finish your own science fiction story here and find out what happened to Judy and those dinosaur seeds. I hope you'd share this with somebody, and I'll talk with you all next week. Bye.